Hello everyone and welcome back to Warzone on my channel. Here I have a brilliant gameplay for you where I set my kill record. I'm not going to give away how many kills it is. But yeah, I set my kill record in solos of all things and using a sniper, which I was pretty pleased about. For those eagle-eyed viewers amongst you, you will notice that after that kill I am actually up to 2 kills. Apologies for that, my Elgato had a bit of a brain fart and missed the first kill as I was dropping in, so yeah, I just got to miss the first one, I'm afraid. Already up to 2 then. You can see that right from the beginning of this game we're kind of full throttle straight at the enemies and yeah, going pretty well. The only bits you really missed was me looting super, so it's not the end of the world. Another note I wanted to put in was an apologies for the delay in getting out this Warzone video to you all. I have actually had difficulties recently with getting videos out thanks to a hacker accessing my account, linking it to his blizzard.net account and then cheating and proceeding to get me shadow banned. So I've been unable to play the game for around 2 weeks. However, I'm now back and back with a bang by the looks of it, so yeah, that break's probably freshened me up and got me ready to play. Right, you'll see here, so I'm on 3 kills. I picked up 1 coming out the air, 1 just outside super, and then the 3rd when he was buying his loadout, which is pretty fortunate for me that he was just stood at the buy station. So I'm now going to try and push this bounty. I did see a little ping on top of this building when they were shooting earlier, so that's why I put a mark on it. But now I can see that the bounty has moved away. And the UAV confirms that they're both over on the opposite building. It looks like one's on the roof and potentially the other is pushing up onto the roof to try and get him. You might have spotted there as I came around the corner that his head was actually peeking over. I think he spotted me too. Yeah, I'll just pick him off. Easy pick when he's in the parachute, and why he didn't get behind the bus and try and play it up, I don't know. You see there, I actually spotted the bounty again, peeking his little head over the top, so that was him searching for the guy that I just killed. So I decided to take an alternate route, come up round, try and flank him. I actually mess up a bit here. I don't spot where he is. I don't spot his little head peeking up here. Do you see it? There we go. And just as I do, he spots me. Fortunately, I hit a good snipe shot to break his shield and managed to quick swap to the OTS to get the finish. Now this OTS is actually the ground loot an undercover agent variant that you can find on the floor, and to be honest, it's pretty perfect. It's probably my favourite bit of floor loot, and I actually used this for the entire game along with my loadout Swiss. I find the Swiss OTS combo to be probably my favourite loadout at the minute, as it allows you to be really aggressive and up in people's face with the OTS, and then as long as you're pretty quick with your snipe shots at mid-range, that will cover the gap where you'd normally need like an AK-47 or something. Now you've seen, as I jumped off that building, I did spot someone running in to that hut, so I popped my Deddy, went to go in there, and as I did, he jumped out the back, so bit of a waste of a Deddy, but an easy pick either way. And we're already up to 6 with 80 left, and for those of you that regularly play solos, well, you'll be thinking, oh, I don't know, because you know the lobbies absolutely bomb normally. Well, we've already lost half the players and I'm only on 6. But thankfully this one holds a little bit better. Normally people would set their kill records in duos, trios, quads, where there's a lot more players and the number of buy-ins keeps the number of players up. I've actually set 25, 26 kill games on buyback solos a few times, because the buybacks allow you to have a lot more players left in the game. Which is why I was so surprised I managed to set this in regular solos. Normally getting a 20 in regular solos is a really big game, so yeah, getting my kill record here is pretty surprising. I'm considering doing some videos where I try and do solo duos or maybe solo trios. Those might allow me to get a few more kills, but obviously they're a lot more difficult with the 3-on-1s a lot of the time. So I see 2 loadouts drop here, and I'm thinking I might go and hold the guy on my loadout. And then as I do, I spot this guy parachuting in, and I heard another loadout drop just by my orange ping. can't see this guy. So I'm quickly running, and then I just spot him peek through the fence to the side. He does try and put some shots into me, not particularly good shots. That doesn't stop him continually firing at me. I managed to get one hit, and then as he pulls out his sniper, I had a bit of a heart-in-mouth moment, but thankfully managed to hit our shot on him before he got us. It didn't actually look like a headshot. I think where I cracked him at the beginning, I then hit a next shot, and that was enough to take him down. I then head off towards factory, as I know that that's the nearest shop as far as I'm aware, and also that my bounty is in the building by the shop. Just having a recon round with my sniper to try and work out if he's on the top or not. As it's quite difficult to push up onto the top if they're up there and ingrained in a good position. And it can waste a lot of time and slow down a game. But as I'm running, I think I actually see him moving round inside the bottom, so I get the hint that he's at the bottom. As I round this corner, I just spot him just sitting there, miss a few shots from OTS, but then peek out the sniper and hit that easy headshot. If someone's crouched like that, when someone's crouched like that, it makes it so easy to hit the headshot because they're pretty much dead level of your screen, which any good player should be centering a little bit towards the middle, so it should make the game a lot easier. So I just pick up a UAV, and this is pretty much the tactic if you want to play aggressive and get a lot of kills. You have to hit bounties, you have to UAV and just absolutely send people basically, and just keep that cash flowing as constantly as possible. You'll see at points here, I'm on 30,000 cash here. I think I hit around 60 at one point because I'm just killing people so quickly using the UAV to know where they are, and it just really helps because at this point most people might not have even made it to their first loadout yet. A lot of people without Ghost, so the UAV is just telling me go here, go here. It's like a dot to dot. I don't know what this fella here was doing. He's didn't know where he was. So he was in a fight with another guy. I actually didn't spot the guy on the car there to the left, but I do spot the guy sending him, and he didn't spot me, thankfully. So it's a nice easy kill to hit the sniper body shot, pull out the OTS, and then get the finish. That's something I do quite a lot, where instead of going for the high risk headshot where if I miss he then knows where I am, I quite often go for the easy body shot to do damage and then pull out the OTS just to get the finish, because by that point I've already got a massive advantage. I find that really helps to win a lot of gunfights. Back to the buy station then, more UAVs, and you'll see that I've spotted where the next guy I want to send is, just up on this building. The other benefit of this OTS is just the pace that you run with is brilliant. You can absolutely fly along. Even here, ADS walking. I spot him on the top there, by the way, if you didn't see. Just ADS walking. You move really quickly, so you can just get straight into a building. In my case, I wanted to get a little bit closer so that I could pop my Deddy and really quickly get up the ladder. And there you go. See, he's right there. Not sure what he was playing around either. It's not particularly great player. Just crawling around on top of a roof. So I put my UAV and I see that one of the people that I killed, or maybe one of the other guys who died there, came back. So I just run over here and he's plating up, but you can't do anything about it when you hit a nice headshot like that, plates or no plates. Here, I'm not sure what these guys are doing, just a convoy of 2 trucks and a car. Obviously, for those of you who've played solos, vehicles are just a complete plague. They half addressed the truck issue in that in the previous solos, trucks would just be in the end circle. There'd be 4 or 5 of them when you're in the last 10, would just circle in the edge of the map with no interest of trying to kill anyone other than running people over. And they addressed that by removing the trucks, and thank God they did. Because trucks are a little bit overpowered in solos, because it will take pretty much all of your bullets to kill a person in a truck, or at least to disable the truck. And if you do shoot at it and run out your mag, they can just jump out and shoot you whilst you reload. Nice easy pick here. I see that this guy's heard me coming, so I could see he was hiding in the corner just waiting for me to come through the door. So what I did there, which I'd really recommend to you guys, is I like over pushed. So rather than just opening the door and then walking through, where he would have first shots on me, I slam the door and bunny hop into the room. This means that I basically break his aim assist if he's on controller, or just break where he's pre-aimed, and I bounce past it and I managed to get the first few shots into him, so it makes things a lot easier to get the kills. Moving on then, I can see that this guy, I'm not sure what he's playing at. He's come back to get back on that roof, pretty much exactly the same spot. I feel a bit sorry because I don't think he's a particularly experienced player. I think he might be quite a new player, judging from the way he plays, by hiding at the top of this building, sniping off the roof, and also guarding ladders. I don't think he's a particularly great player, shall we say. Just to make that clearer, he doesn't hear me come up the ladder here. He doesn't hear me also come across this roof, which just makes him the easiest pick. He has no idea what he's doing, and it's an easy kill. You can see my next target then is just there's a bounty over here, so I think, oh easy, he stood out in the open. So I decided to go and send the bounty, see what we can do. You'll notice we also got bountied there, which will be important in a moment. So I'm thinking, oh, it looks like he's right out in the open. For half a minute, I think he sat behind this truck and kind of wedged himself into the garage. And I get a little bit caught up on that. I'm stood right out in the open here. I really should be more careful with that. Like, anyone could be on my left and sniping me, and I haven't even checked it. But we get away lucky with it this time. So I'm kind of ADS walking around here, thinking, is he led in a bush somewhere? Is he led behind a rock? I don't want to just rush around and then get shot from a guy camping in a bush. But as I recon the area, I'm walking around and I just can't see him anywhere or work out where he is. And that's when it kind of dawns on me. If you haven't seen this before, in these little structures here, there's another one up towards Salt Mine, which is like a little underground area they added in the last update. I never really come down here, so you'll see I'm playing this really slowly, really carefully, because I never really ever come down here. So I'm having to be super cautious, because he could be in any of these corners. These rooms provide a million corners for anyone who wants to camp. Then I spot this little dark, shady tunnel, and that to me screams I'm going to be camped in a corner. So I have a little peek off to the right to see if he's in there, and as I look left, I see him crawling towards me. Thankfully, I hit a few good shots, a couple in the head, and it just makes things much easier. The OTS at that range is, unless your opponent has one as well, you're pretty guaranteed to get the kill. Now, a car just pulled up above me, and I noticed that I've gone to 3 bar on my bounty, so I know that this guy's trying to hunt me down. However, as we've just had a trouble finding our bounty, I reckon that my opponent's going to have just as much trouble. Still, I decided to play it a little bit safer because I don't want to rush out and just get myself killed. So what I decided to do is stay down here until the bounty's pretty much gone, and then I can push round to wherever he moves to and try and get the kill. I'm also looking right now for alternate entrances to this area, as I don't know where he could come from, so I just have to be a little bit careful. This is one of those things where if you're really familiar with every inch of the map, including things like this that they put in halfway through, you can have a massive advantage on your opponents. Unfortunately, in this case, I'm not very familiar with the area. So we're just still creeping around here with the baby monitor out. I know everyone's probably cussing me right now, just trying to work out where he goes. And as you can see, we've gone 2 bar, which tells me he's pushed away. So I just let the bounty expire, and then I decide to go on the hunt. As there's a shop over here, and this is the only real kind of settlement area, I come to the conclusion he's probably in here. So I push over and I see a heartbeat and realise he's in this building next to me. As I wasn't 100% sure where he was, as the left-hand side of that building doesn't have rafters, or at least a gangway, so I couldn't work out where he was. And then I see he's directly above me here. As I creep in, I go to look up to see where he is, and I see he's actually on, I don't even know if you get up here, he's on like a strange pole. So I shoot that guy, and then I really carelessly run in to try and loot. And there's actually a second guy in there with him, so they must have been teaming. And I can hear him sprinting after me, trying to get some shots on me. As I do, I see him just behind me. And I realise that with only one plate in, I'm going to have to get some early shots to level the playing field somewhat. And I peek through the window, hit a few shots, crack him as he comes through the door, and that instantly puts him back on the defensive and gets me a kill. As I come out, I see there was another guy looking there. I thought he saw me, but apparently not, unless he did see me and decided to change position to look through this window. Some excellent, sarcasm, shots from me, and I have to stop and reload because my shots are that poor. But still, with him damaged and in a really poor position with no cover, we get the job done, and then we can use the shop and get back on our UAV hunt. I've got to be a little bit aware of the truck on my left, so I'm trying to keep cover on my left if I need to push across here. And I can see there's a UAV ping in Boneyard, so I decide to push over and try and hunt that. At this point, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, you know, 1 off of 20, I don't want to choke this here, so I'm being a little bit more cautious. You know, ADS walking, etc., trying to not create too much noise. Because, yeah, I just don't want to choke this with 1 kill off of 20. And with 11 people left, I know there's still a fair few kills I can pick up. So I pop my other UAV to find out where he is, and I can see that he's stood up on the shop. I'm not sure why he's being so slow on it. As I come around the corner, he still stood on it, so some easy picks, and we can pick up some more UAVs. The one thing with this lobby that you kind of need to get really high kills is you need people basically not to have ghosts. And in this lobby, fortunately, a lot of people didn't. So that meant every time I popped a UAV, I was getting at least 1 ping, which allowed me to move on to my next target. I get caught a little in 2 mines here, which leaves me stranded in a bit of a no man's land, because I can't work out where I want to go. I see that on this left, on the UAV, I can see there's a guy hopping round, bunny hopping. So I know that's a good player there. You can normally tell from a bunny hop, from how the way players play cover, whether they're good players or not. So I'm thinking, do I want to push him and get him out the game, and then that might leave me as one of the higher skill players in the lobby? Or do I want to leave him and rack up some more kills? I actually decide to take out the easy targets here. I pop my daddy. I can see there's 2 people in here together. I run in, and this guy's just stood out in the open, so I shoot him. And as I do, he hits a ridiculously quick shot with the crossbow to get me down. Fortunately, the other guy upstairs obviously didn't realise that he'd got me down, and so doesn't come and have a look. And so I get a chance to put my plates in and readjust my position. I consider getting another UAV here, but I'm worried that this guy's camping the shop, so I push around to try and kill him, and unfortunately that puts the shop into the gas. I'm not really sure what this guy's doing, because I'm looking for him. I know he's around. He's still in there, even in the gas, and then I spot him. I can't really see him at all through the gas. It's so hard to see through there. I don't know how he saw me as well to hit so many shots, but... And now we're on a little bit of the defensive, so I've remembered that there's a guy up top to our left. So I'm just trying to keep some cover towards that area as I come over so that he doesn't have an easy pick. I see that he's still up there, and I'm considering taking the zip to come up and kill him. And then I realise that he's directly above me, and so I consider making another move. But I really want to get up there because I really want this high ground, because if this circle's closing on train station, you really want to have the high ground, because it's such a massive advantage. Thankfully I can see on Heartbeat he's now moved away and proceeded on down the train station. So I take the zip and make my way across. As I do, I spot this guy running along. 1 missed shot, the second one left him absolutely nothing. And as I drop down, I can hear, in a second if you listen, that the guy that moved along train station is actually looking for the other guy. There he is. I absolutely derped my shots here, missing quite a few. So I chased him down. I popped Deddy so he doesn't know how close I am behind him. And if you look at the speed of the OTS there, I caught him up within one set of stairs. And it makes a huge difference to be that quick, because you can just get some easy picks. I pick up his claymore and put that on the stairs, because basically I don't want people coming up these stairs and coming up behind me. I'd rather cover my back and keep myself safe. So there's 5 players left now, and I'm thinking I want to pick off as many of these as I possibly can. My UAV was pinging players over this side, 2 players, so I make my way over here to see if I can pick up some of those. One's down low on my right, but I'm more concerned about the guy who's up top with me. There he is. Easy pick with his back turned to me. I probably should have used my sniper to get the easy kill, but either way got the job done. So the reason I prioritise that guy is because he's up top with me, he is a threat to me. Whereas this guy down to the left is absolutely no threat to me at all. So yeah, that's probably a big tip, is to always try and work out who's the biggest threat to you at each time. So I know there's 2 ghosted players left and 1 unghosted. This player here was the unghosted one, and then this guy who killed him was ghosted. He picked him off, unfortunately. We missed our shot, which was unfortunate, as it means we're now 1 kill less on our kill record. It could have been 1 higher if I could only hit that shot, but not to matter. We get the guy who killed him, and now I know there's 1 player left who's ghosted. I'm pretty sure he's not up here with me, but just to be sure, I run over to this side, just scope it out to make sure he's not, crouching round over here. So then I realise I've got the high ground. He's probably underneath somewhere. So I try and get a spot to see him and see if I can shoot him and see where the zone goes and if it plays into my favour. So it pulls over to the left. I decide I'm probably going to go early. And if you spotted that there, as I did decide to go early, so did my opponent. And we get the easy kill for 27 in solos. If you like that, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I'll see you in the next one.